I was checking it and I was like, wait a minute.
I had recorded it, so it's
Oh, there
going
you
up
go.
there. All right, here we go. All
Down,
right, everybody,
set,
welcome
hike,
to the kickoff. Up,
possession.
the almost
Got the
kickoff
possession to kick it.
of Game 4 of the UFL tournament. Joining me today is Krevin.
Does any?
Yes, sir.
Now, Krevin, you play for the Bills, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, I see what's happening with the football. It snapped, but it didn't have a.
Don't worry about the delay again.
Okay, well, welcome back for try 2 of the kickoff.
They got this. Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see where Baldev has the Falcons now because I know this is like a pretty much brand new squad, and he's been working his tail off trying to get these guys ready. So it'll be interesting to see how far he's gotten them.
Good, good. It's been
Down,
very
set,
difficult.
hike. Still can't.
Still having issues. Maybe it's registration issues. I don't know if he's having trouble snapping the ball.
You have to flip sides, go on their sides, what?
So, any predictions in today? You said that it's pretty much a new team for the Falcons, and the Warriors have a ton of
That's my fault.
veterans.
My bad.
Right. Well, I don't really know a lot of the Falcons players, so I can't really say that I can predict how they'll do.
Swap sides.
But I can say that of what I know of the players on the Warriors, they're a very good team. They have a lot of very good players, so it'll be really tough for the Falcons to put a stop to that, I predict.
Let's see. Got Calquan, Brandon Schilling, Uppity White Girl, aka Dana, Gucci Prada. Kicking it is Sick Curie, Blackhawk Taurus, Katia Wilder, Nathan Forder, and Skyton Slade.
For a ball and play.
All veterans. And that's for the
Yeah,
Warriors.
It's a pretty good squad.
Down, set, hike.
Oh, that one went a country mile. I don't believe it's going to cross 10 yards.
Is that
Yeah, that's just a bug with the field sometimes. Whenever you
like
swap the
glitch or
possession
something? I mean, he
on
hit
that
it
first
100%.
kickoff, for some reason it just flies up in the air. Really,
That's the first time I've seen that.
yeah, that's good that we're recording this because I've always tried to tell Trey about that. So now he's got evidence, proof.
Now, in our game, when the ball didn't go 10 yards, last weekend, they made y'all take it at the 40 on your own 40-yard line.
That was a little strange, but I mean, we rolled with it. Whatever. Sometimes you can't help it. So.
Okay. They're evidently they're not going. They're not doing the same thing.
Hike.
Yeah, it was definitely a bug with the ball, but I guess they just decided to roll with it.
Baldev takes the ball and keeps it to the right. Picks up 2 yards. Keep this box open. Okay.
Down. Sit. Hike.
Baldev takes a snap. Drops straight back. Rolls to his left. He's got some receivers open, but there's good coverage. And, oh, he stays up. Gets the ball off. But it is batted down.
Yeah, it looked like he had some open receivers there, but sometimes you kind of zero in on the run and you don't really see it. It looks like maybe he was trying to run that ball to the outside.
And quarterbacks, and being a quarterback, I kind of know that we get this little tunnel vision, especially when under pressure, rolling out to the side. It's not always able to locate that open receiver. There's always
Down.
one.
Sit.
Yeah,
Hike.
there always is, and yeah, it's sometimes hard to see.
the refs being a little lenient on the facing today. The right side receiver was, threw it into traffic, and it was intercepted by Brandon Schilling. 1st and 10 on the Warriors 20.
Yeah, that was just a good read by Brandon. It looks like it may have been underthrown just a little bit, but
Mm-hmm. Not a good start for the Falcons on their first drive. And now being down 8, that leaves the Warriors open. Are they going to be missing for the pass rush? They're going to be missing from the coverage. Looks like they're going to be missing from the pass rush. So whoever's
I think they'll actually. I think the Warriors are going to fall under a little bit more pressure than they're expecting from the Falcons tonight. I've been personally practicing with some of those Falcons linebackers, and they're pretty strong.
This time they only sent 2, and looks like Gucci is the quarterback, and he found an open lane on the outside for an easy first down and a pickup of 16 yards. Warriors now missing 1. Gucci drops straight back, rolls out to his right. He's got some receivers deep and shallow on the inside. Oh, and he's got one right over the middle. If he could only make the catch, his intended target, I will tell you momentarily.
It looked like it was B-Shill.
Brandon Schilling. Usually Brandon's good for those catches. Came from the outside, wide receiver, and made it open wide over the middle. Warriors rolling out to the right. Looks like he's going to keep it. Pick up an easy first down. Jukes to the outside, jukes to the inside, finds a lane, still on his feet, but surrounded by Falcons and finally brought down by Cosmo Girl.
Yeah, and that's what I'm really looking for to see Gooch do. He's really good at picking those holes and running the ball when he has to.
We've got 1st and 10 on the Warriors' 49-yard line. Gucci's in the 5 wide receiver set, 3 split left, and he boots out left to his strong side, looking for receivers, comes to the weak side, has 2 receivers open way over the middle. Overthrown, another throw it looks like to Brandon Schilling, bringing up 2nd down and 10. He didn't have a lot of pressure, but ball was just overthrown a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like he just threw it a little too deep for them to be able to get to it.
And another overthrown pass. This time the intended target was, I don't have my, Nathan Forder. Looks like it's even though, 8 on 8. I don't know what happened to their 9th guy. Oh, this time it's caught by Sikakiri.
They'll probably go for it. It's just a little shy. I mean, if there's anything Gooch could do, it's he can get that, 1-yard play without even trying. He's really got the footwork, I think.
Doesn't wait for the Warriors to set up, which he doesn't have to. He's getting some pressure, and the stumble throws it deep. Somebody wide open in the end zone, caught Brandon Schilling. Warriors with the first touchdown on that 4th and 1. 6-0. Now, I was just getting a report that you were a little bit low on TeamSpeak. I mean, on the stream, so I'm going to try to turn you up some more here.
All right, how about now?
It's looking good through my levels. Let's see if I get another report. But I think you're good.
Great.
And I believe that was Calquan that made the kick. 7-0.
Warriors drawing first blood here.
Yes, they have, and did it in style on a 4th and 1. Deep pass to the end zone, Brandon Schilling. That was a heck of a play. And breaking out of the stumble by some good moves there by Gucci. Gucci Louis Prada. All right, looks like the 9th player. The 9th player for the Warriors just got back on.
Yeah, I think the Falcons actually might, they might be in a good position to produce right here. It'll be really interesting to see how they answer back.
Down, set, hike.
And that's going to go out of bounds and give the Falcons good field position on their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, that ball just took an unfortunate bounce there, it looked like.
All right. Baldev lines up. Looks like he's not going to spare any linemen. He's going to go without a wide receiver. He's got 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, split evenly to his left and right. Wide receivers are Javier and Tay Harden.
Down, sit, hike.
Haha, very enthusiastic cadence there. But there's a flag on the play. Incomplete pass. It was batted down. I'm not sure who batted it down, but I believe it was Katia Wilder. It was in the backfield. It was one of them.
I think that's right.
And looks like at running back he has Brianna McGee and Cosmo Girl McGee. Cosby Porter McGee. Running back, let's see what the penalty's all about. Did you see
If I'm
anything?
not mistaken, it looked like one of the receivers stepped off a little bit early.
Okay. So we have a false start bringing up. Well, this is a false start. It should be first down. Dead ball penalty.
Down, sit, hike.
But it's not.
Oh.
And we have another dead ball penalty.
Yeah, there's 4 refs tonight, so they're not going to miss anything.
All right, Bald. Your right side wide receiver over here. He's starting turned, and before you snap the ball, he's turning back forward. He has to be set for 2 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like they got him for facing.
That's
this
what
time.
got you both times.
He got away with it once last drive, but now they find themselves in a 2nd and 20 situation.
Yeah, that's pretty tough.
Maybe we'll see a draw by the quarterback to get some of this yardage back, so it's not such a long 3rd down throw. What I see a lot from some of the quarterbacks in the league is that when they get down behind like this, they're not trying to pick up smaller chunks of yards. They're trying to get, even on 2nd down, the whole 20 yards they're behind.
Sit, hike.
Baldev drops back. He's got some pressure. Good blocks on the line. Rolling left. He's got a guy semi-open. He's throwing into traffic and intercepted by Sikakiri. Right? Yeah, Sikakiri, and was tackled by Cosmo Girl.
It
And
looks
another.
like the Warriors are actually blitzing 5. That's interesting to see.
Well, they figure if they're only sending 4, they can cover a man-on-man, which is what they've been doing. They put enough pressure, they'll get Baldev to make some mistakes, which the strategy seems to be working great. Warriors boot left. He's got some open deep. And he goes for the short route, picked up by Nathan Porter. Finally brought down after the 1st down by Tay Harden.
Down, set, hike.
I'm assuming that may have been an offsides on the offense
False
there.
start on your quarterback.
Yep, they're going to false false start on the quarterback. That's something you don't see every day.
Yeah, that's pretty rare actually. I'm guessing the QB may have jumped a little bit early.
Down, set, hike.
Gucci Luda Prada takes a snap, runs out to his right. He's got some receivers open deep. I don't know what just happened there. It looked like the ball just
Looks
disappeared.
like he actually, yeah, that's a bug that can happen sometimes. It looks like he probably caught his own football.
That's
Sometimes if you're sprinting forward and you throw it, it'll just disappear. Looks like that's probably what happened.
it's 2 firsts for me.
Just gonna rerun that last play. Looks like the ball got lost.
We have 4 minutes and 40 seconds
I'm waiting to
left
see
in the
if it's a
first quarter.
lag ball, if it all of a sudden shoots out of somebody's ass or something.
All right. I need to TP some players over. Is that all right?
Change of possession, ball. Change of possession. You can either use a timeout or change possession. If you want to use your timeout, you can TP them in now.
No. I have to do possession.
All right,
Nope.
change of possession.
Looks like timeouts are a little bit
So
too
Zone
precious.
He's gonna put it in play. We're just rerunning that last down.
I don't know. I think getting that other DE in might be worth the timeout,
Yeah, you would think.
especially on defense.
And the ball is back in play.
Down, set, hike.
She takes a snap, drops straight back. Has a guy on a seam route right over the middle. A nice little pickup. Nathan Forder for 8 yards, 2nd and 2. Warriors 36.
Down, set, hike.
Prada takes a snap, runs out to his right, decides to keep it, easily picks up a first down and more. Running towards the end zone, he's finally brought down by Cosmo Girl.
They're just looking to pick up that OLB block, and the second that OLB gets blocked, it's first down almost every time.
Easy. 5 wide receiver set, 3 to the left. Three minutes, 47 seconds left in the first quarter.
Down, set, hike.
Gucci takes a snap, runs to the left. The linebackers get free, but he steps up. Gets some good blocks picking up. He's got some open room to the outside. Finally brought down after an 11-yard gain by Najila. Let's find out what Najila's.
And actually, the Warriors have a pretty strong offensive line.
Down, set, hike.
They're getting some very good blocks. Only bringing pressure from the outside, which is harder. He throws it to the bunch, which paid off for a touchdown. Calvin Kwan. 13 points so far for the Warriors. They're looking unstoppable right now.
Yeah, that offensive line is putting in a lot of work for them every drive. Looks like they're getting the OLB blocks. They're keeping them safe just long enough to make those really short
Down,
passes.
set, hike.
And the kick is good. 14-0.
Okay, Bald. TP your players in over there by Razin. How many you need to TP in?
I need to get 2 of them. 2.
TP him over there by Razin. He'll get them checked in.
All right, Valdev's bringing in 2 players, so they're going to not only have their 9, but they're going to have a guy on the bench to help out in case somebody crashes. So that's good news for them. But I agree with you that it might have been important enough to have all 9 players on the field that
Alright, let me go and get you over.
it would be worth a timeout.
Yeah, there was a really big run that happened down the middle there. I think that might have made the difference on, because you always want to have at least somebody containing that line. But
Right.
with the way they're having to run this defense, they're having to rush all 3.
And they paid the price for it right there. So the Warriors looking really good, methodical, making good passing decisions, not throwing into traffic, throwing to the open guy. So they're looking really good so far. The Falcons, on the other hand,
Get on mic, baby. Get on in. Roll over and get that
seems
I
like
can't even hear
Valdev's
y'all.
letting the pressure get to him a little bit. Um, While they get set up. So the pressure, you were saying they were sending 5 on the defensive line, putting a lot of pressure on Baldev, making him make some bad passes, some bad decisions.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed. I mean, they've kind of picked out that, Baldev seems to stagger a little bit when he's getting rushed that hard, and I think they've kind of picked out that weakness. But you know how these games go. You know what you might be weak to at the beginning of the game, you might be able to adapt to. So it'll be interesting to see if he can adapt to that.
Especially now that he'll have more receiver options, because instead of going with one receiver with one lineman down, they have been going with one receiver down.
Right. And yeah, if they're gonna rush 5, I mean, he should be able to get an open man every single play.
And the kickoff they let bounce right past him, so it's going to be a touchback, 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. See if the Falcons can put together a drive now that they have a full team of 9. Opening game.
Get to hear Baldev's patented cadence,
Mm-hmm.
the very characteristic.
Yeah, he's having fun out there. That's what it's all about, I think.
Absolutely.
Mute it so hear the cadence.
All right, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Down. Say fight.
Looks like he's gonna almost ran out of time there. Good run, good hole.
Finally brought down by uppity white girl.
I love some of these names.
I know. She's also known as Dana.
And
Yeah.
Uppity.
Down. Say hi.
And as he rolls to the right, we have a dead ball penalty.
Looks like the Warriors have actually made an adjustment on their defense as well. Looks like they're just containing the line now.
I didn't see very many rushers. I believe you're right.
Line change. You got to hit up one of the refs when you make an offensive line change.
Oh, that hurts.
5
So-
yards, repeats down.
Instead of 2nd and short, they're
Wait a
going to be
minute.
looking at a 2nd and 9.
When did it change?
Baldev not sure what happened with the change.
You saying two changes ago, 2 plays ago? Ref?
And the ref didn't catch it for 2 plays. They're just now getting penalized for it. Same kind of thing happened. Game 1.
We had the same lineman, ref. Same lineman. We haven't changed any lineman.
Yeah, I think what they're talking about was they did change linemen, but it looked like it was an accident, and they actually switched back on the post balls like 2 plays ago. And I think maybe the refs thought they changed linemen.
Okay, it was a chat lag. It was actually 2 plays ago. Since we didn't get it 2 plays ago, we'll put the yardage back and repeat the down.
And very good of the ref
Okay.
to own up that they had made a mistake. So they're going to give them the yardage back. And it's going to be 2nd and
looks
short
like-
again.
Okay, I see.
Well, but that hasn't happened yet. But that's what I understood, what he was
Or
saying.
Maybe they
Moving back.
actually did change offensive lines several plays ago. But to me, it looked like it was just a mistake of
Well-
sitting on the wrong post ball.
Shows the ball in play.
You gonna move it back to where it was, or
Yeah, it looks like they are. There it goes.
Took a little nudge by Baldev to get it done, though.
Just a little bit lag going on.
He said they're feeling some
Oh,
lag.
I mean,
I'm not seeing it or feeling it, so must be.
Devil let you know.
Oh yeah.
He
Down, set, hike.
Looks like he had a nice holder run up there. Oh,
Oh,
Just
almost
before.
made it to the first down. Third and very, very short. So 2 successful runs. Bringing up third and
I'm
short.
liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking
Yeah.
what I'm seeing.
And if they can continue to push the run, then maybe they can bring some coverage off their receivers. Get an open look.
Down, set, hike.
I love Baldev's cadence.
It's great. Looks like he has a nice opening to run the ball, but
Ends up throwing it deep into man-to-man coverage, and who comes up with it? Nobody. And I believe
I'm
that
not sure
was...
if they'll go for this or not, but
So that brings up fourth and very short. Decision time for the... Do they keep it? Do they punt it? Do they fake the punt? I think we might see a fake punt right here.
I would love that. I haven't seen one yet this tournament.
The
But,
Warriors don't seem to be fooled. Now they're sending somebody back. Leaving a gap to the outside right.
I think they'll punt it.
Down, set, hike.
And he does punt it. Punts it right. Keeps it inbounds. It's going to be returned. Nathan Forder picks up the punt. Runs out to his right. Comes back over towards the middle. Runs straight into Bree, 1805 resident. Brianna. And now the Warriors will take over with decent field position on the 40, on their own 41, coming out in the 5 wide receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. And the Falcons in 4-3 defense doesn't have time to get it out. Tries a quick pass out to the left. Misses. Pass intended for Cal Kwan.
Yeah, that was just, it looked like just a little disconnect between the receiver. You know, sometimes whenever you throw him that fast, the receiver's not really prepared.
Down, set hike.
But he did have that corner wide open.
Moves out
He's
to his
coming under
left.
some tight pressure.
He is. He steps up and they're driving him back. They keep driving him back. He's got a guy open left. Throws it short. He has blockers. Makes some moves and he is off to the races. This is a touchdown, barring him tripping on his own shoelaces. And that's not going to happen.
Really good. That was just great read by the receivers for the Warriors. They all kind of, you know, crowded that short whenever he was getting pushed back.
And a very nice pass. And a very good read by the quarterback as well. And that's going to show on the scoreboard, 21-0, with just under a minute left in the first quarter.
Down, set hike.
The field goal is good. So 4th and short, the Warriors driving on every, scoring on every drive. Do you kick punts from now on if you're the Falcons?
I mean, I think if they're 4-1, they probably shouldn't. But I mean, it doesn't seem like they're able to really stop this offense. So maybe just try and go for it. I mean, if it's 4th and long, obviously you got to let it go. But you know, 4th and 1, I think you got to go for it. You know, 21-0 isn't an impossible deficit to come back from either. I think once Baldev gets in his groove, he can make some big things
Down,
happen.
set hike.
And not only does Baldev need to get in his groove, the entire Falcons defense needs to figure out a way to stop.
Another misstep from the special teams, it looks like. It just kind of bounced over everybody.
I'm not sure that they've returned a kick yet.
I think you might be right.
Falcons come out in a 5 wide receiver set. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Warriors in a 4-3, which seems to be the defense that's favored most by most teams because of those outside linebackers' ability to blitz in and or to cover if needed.
Down. Set. Hike.
Baldev with this. Oh, looks like he runs right into a defender. The defender got blocked, but not till after the stumble and was able to stretch through and go ahead and make the sack. And sack is credited to Cal Kwan.
Yeah, that was just really great rushing by Cal. I think maybe Baldev might have went and mouse look a little bit too early. Maybe that's why I didn't see him.
Yeah, it
That
seems
can
like
happen.
he started his boot to the right and ran straight into him. He's like, oops. Couldn't get out of it. Down he went.
Here we go. Down.
Falcons down to 4 wide set.
Hike.
Baldev takes the snap, drops back, boots out to his right. He's got some blocks, but the
Throws it to
throws a prayer, number 80. I believe that is uppity white girl. Could be wrong.
looks Kazi. That looks like
Cosmo.
Cosmo Girl.
Yep. Cosmo.
It seems like the Falcons aren't really using the middle of the field very much either. It seems like everybody's running go routes every play.
Down. Set. Hike.
Baldev from the 4 wide set, drops back, has got some pressure by the outside linebackers, makes a good move, throws the ball, but again, it disappeared midair.
Looks like he might have accidentally thrown that to a lineman. Or maybe it was batted down.
They're not giving him a flag.
There was a flag on the play. Not sure.
Oh, there is a flag.
Definitely looked like it went to a lineman, but it could have been batted down as well.
So if a lineman catches it, it's just dead ball right there.
I think so. I think they might even consider it a. Is it bad
Yeah, ineligible receiver.
Yes, thank you. I think it might be an ineligible receiver.
Illegal forward pass to an offensive lineman.
Right. So it is an illegal forward pass, which is going to put
5 yards, repeat the down.
them in big trouble here. So it's looking like 5, 10, 13 yards plus the 10. So it's going to be 3rd down and 23, standing almost in their own end zone. So they're
All
not.
they need is
Second,
one
I
big
gotta
pass,
verify
and
that
I think they
rule.
got this. It's just
Make sure it's repeat the
the
down and
Baldev
loss
could
of
just
down.
connect. They could convert here. I think if they can get within 5 yards, they have to go for it. Like you were saying, they're not really having much luck stopping this defense or this offense.
I think you're absolutely right.
It is 5 yards and loss of down.
But if it does turn out to be,
Ooh. It's a loss of down as well, so that might be 4th down.
and that would be a huge penalty.
Oh, actually, I think it's 3rd down. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so it was 2nd down and loss of down, so it's 3rd down. It's a scary position to
4th
be
down.
in as a quarterback on your own end zone.
Down.
It is 4th down, and they're in the punt
Set.
formation.
Hike.
Almost blocked. That was close, and he smartly kicks it out of bounds. Still giving the Warriors extremely good field goal
I need another
field
player
position.
in. I need TP another player in. Can I get a
Uh-oh.
player?
He's gonna have to use a timeout. You can't.
It's a change of possession, so I think that they're going to allow it.
Oh, I see.
Can I? One of the players over here can do it. Dump a TP him in.
See, I thought you had to actually be on offense to do that.
Well, the rulebook doesn't specify it. In fact, the rulebook doesn't say anything about change the possession either this season, which I was surprised about. It only states that you'll need to take a timeout. And last season it was written in the rule book that on change of possessions that you could bring them in. So it's one of those unclear rules that are in the rule book, and I'm sure they'll have all the bugs worked out.
Yeah, that's what this tournament's about. Just, getting all the rules solidified, getting everybody kind of used to the flow of everything.
I think a lot of the team owners this season were hoping for a double elimination tournament.
I actually thought it was a double elimination tournament up until the first game. I think that would have been better for the teams involved.
Right. I mean, because the season doesn't start for another month and a half, or month and a half around.
Right.
And a very big run picked up, I think, by Gucci Louis Prada. Just skipped right over it. A pickup of 23 yards and a first down on the 25-yard line.
That was a big run.
It was, and the Falcons defense struggling.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looks like their corner might have dropped back a bit too far there to make that containment, but...
And they're getting good blocks on the outside linebackers, but we have another dead ball penalty, and I'm betting that's going to be on the offense facing or offsides, false start.
On quarterback.
So Gucci
just
moving
back
his
before the ball snap. Gucci.
Yeah, moving his avatar before he's getting the snap.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's Rnd1 catching all those, but whoever that is has a really good eye. They're not missing anything.
Well,
I'm still familiarizing myself with all of the...
Our ref staff is Jason Black, JP Grime, Rayon Sands. Gucci takes a snap, boots out to his left, has good blocking, open field if he decides to keep it, but he wants to throw it downfield, so he comes back around. Going deeper and deeper and deeper, had a lot of pressure, had to throw it short, had plenty of receivers to his left. But
yeah, it looked like he should have maybe run that there. He had a nice opening to do it. It looks like he just wanted to go for the, air the ball out. I can understand that as well. He might be just trying to keep in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes your arm can cool off as you don't throw it if you just run it every play. I know that happened for us against you guys. I just, I started throwing picks.
Oh, and a good adjustment, good pass, good move after the catch. And Calvin Quan takes it for a 30-yard touchdown play, bringing the score 27-0 Warriors Falcons. And and it's absolutely true. If you don't pass for a while, you do cool down. I cool down. If I don't warm up before a game, it's hard to get going.
Oh yeah,
down,
definitely.
Hike.
And that was a really good catch by Cal, by the way. Like he looked like he juked around the defender to pick that up.
Yeah, not only a good move after the catch, but before the catch to make it. Exactly. Warriors playing tough today. Falcons are struggling a little bit, but they're out there having fun. They're not going to give up. Speaking of not giving up, we've had some blowouts so far this tournament.
Down,
it seems like every game has been kind of a blowout other than that first one.
Yeah, well, the Yellow Jackets were able to keep it tight against y'all for the first half, but then couldn't get any momentum in the second half. And y'all played a very good game. It was truly a good game, and I enjoyed it.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah,
we're still getting acclimated with the game. I mean, we're all pretty rookie, and we never really expect to do great going into a game. We're still we try to stay humble about it. But...
Hike.
Baldev takes a snap. He's got some room over the middle, decides to keep it over the middle. Finally gets brought down. by Nathan Forder and picks up 5 yards. So what they're doing is they're spreading, using the 5 wide set to spread the defense out. Now they're coming out with 2 running back set out of shotgun. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. It's making the strong side to the open side of the field. Let's see if they'll do a
Down.
run out of this.
Set. Hike.
Big snap, drops back, moves to his right,
Oh,
gets stumbled. He's got a receiver open short middle, but decides to keep it anyway. Picks up 3 yards, 2 yards.
that defender looked like she ran through 6 people there.
It just clipped him by the heels. It wasn't enough to
I
stop
think
him,
that
though.
was Katia.
Uh-huh.
That was a
She's definitely one of the more dangerous outside linebackers in the league and has been. Her and
Down.
Purdy Panther.
Set. Hike.
Oh, I've had my experience with Purdy. She's a beast.
Oh, yeah. Ball Dev running around, and now he's finally getting some pressure. He's got an open receiver left short. Decides to just throw it away over the middle. Dangerous pass. Because there was
I'm not sure
nothing
about
there.
that, but I think I saw number 80 getting blocked downfield. I do see a flag on the play, so it might have been that.
Might be right. Wouldn't that be a big
Like, it
break?
looked like it was about 10 yards downfield.
Rasden throwing the flag out here. No
I
calling
think that
it.
was Kazi.
Kazi with the pass interference?
Oh, she was getting blocked, I think.
Okay. Yeah, if it was on the right, he was by Cal.
So
Gucci.
they're lining up to punt it.
Nathan. Well,
All right. I want a line change. Line change. Line change. If I can do that.
so did they pick up the flag?
I'm not sure. Rasden's still on the field. Yeah, it looks like they're going to call it pass interference. Baldev isn't even aware. Looks like Baldev didn't realize, but it looks like
Who
they're going to
is
get a little...
Casey? Morlord.
KC.
Offensive lineman.
Yes, KC.
We're just
To the
trying
right
to
side.
we're trying to distinguish
Casey.
between, was that a pass interference or was that an illegal block? That was actually an illegal block. Casey was blocking 10.3 meters downfield. Not a pass interference. It's an illegal block. Let
So
me
the
clear up the rule on that.
so the block looks like it was by the Falcons. So it's going to be against them.
Was it?
That's what they're saying. That there was a lineman downfield. And the lineman made the block. Now, we don't have instant replay. It would be really nice. So yeah, they're marking it off against the Falcons.
Huh. Well, I did actually see that. Maybe it was only
Penalty
7
is
yards.
illegal block. 5-yard penalty. Loss of down.
Yeah, I would love to go back and watch that again. See what really happened.
I think Rasden might have seen what I saw, and maybe there was an illegal block as well.
We'll record your line change on the next possession. You're good to go.
All right. Okay. Down. Set. Hike.
He kicks the ball. Good kick. Picked up by Sikakiri. Moves to the broad side of the field. He's got a lot of space over there. Decides to juke back in. Does a little spin move out of the stumble,
All
but
right,
doesn't get anywhere.
do I have
Finally
to
brought
change out
down
a player? Do I have to tell you to change out a player?
by Tay Hardy.
That was good. That was good containment by Tay. Looked like
What?
he got the stumble, and then Kazi came in and got another stumble on him.
Yeah, because that looked like he had open field all the way to the touchdown.
Yeah,
And
he really did.
maybe
Down,
didn't need to
set,
take that step inside, but he did, and Gucci's got all day long to find a receiver. Throws it into traffic, though. He was, that receiver was triple covered, looked like a triangle around him, but fortunately for the Warriors, it was too deep and fell harmlessly and complete, bringing up 2nd down and 10.
Down, set, hike.
She takes a
Looks like
snap,
the Warriors are hurrying up that offense now.
rolling to the right, yeah, not letting them get set up. Decides to keep it, runs for an easy 1st down and more. Cuts to the inside, he's got a lot of open space. Makes a little juke that works really well. He's going to try it again, but it didn't work so well on Cosmo Girl, and she finally brings him down.
Yeah, that's what you expect to see from Gucci. Anytime that OLB gets blocked, he's going to take advantage of it.
And he did there, 32 yards advantage.
Down, set, hike.
Warriors in the 5 wide receivers set, 3 to the right. Gucci takes a snap, moves to the right. It's got a lot of open space. Not a lot of pressure. Decides to keep it, throws towards the end zone. Caught by Brandon Schilling for an 18-yard touchdown. Ooh. And this is turning out to be a blowout. Warriors 34, Falcons 0. Warriors going to be 35.
That was a great pass. Just a bullet right to his ankles. There was no way anybody could even hope to get that.
And not only did he have one receiver right there, he had 2 of them wide open right in the middle. So if you're the Falcons, you got to wonder, what do we got to do?
Down, set, hike.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure if Cal was going to, be the QB today or Gooch, but, like I was saying, I think Gooch is going to have some really great play this season.
Now,
So I'm glad to see him QBing some.
Well, now that they've got an established lead, 35 points, I'm wondering if we're going to see Cal step up, give it a try at quarterback.
Maybe
Or
so.
just keep it with what's working.
I mean, it looks like he's having fun playing receiver, too. He's had some pretty big catches this game.
Down,
He has.
set, hike.
Javier takes the reception, dancing around a little bit in the backfield. Doesn't get him very much space after the dance. 1st and 10 on the 26 for a 13-yard pickup. Finally brought down by 6 carry. Well, the Warriors have no deficit of offensive weapons
We have.
as far as receivers go,
I need a line change. I need a line change. I need a line change.
And
I need a
an-
line change.
and an exceptional,
You good?
and an exceptional. Now I don't know why number 49 is going off the field. I believe that's
I haven't noticed the
Why-
Falcons do any sort of handoffs, and that's usually kind of what they're known for.
Down, set, hike.
Is that running offense.
oh
He had a nice hole there, but it looks like he steps into the defender.
yeah, stepped right into we call that a parked car on the Yellow Jackets. Whenever you just go run into a parked car, whenever you hit a blocked or a blocked defender, and but I'm only seeing 8 players on the field right now for the Falcons.
Down,
Oh.
set, hike.
Looks
That
like
might be a flag.
well, he took himself out of the play, so. And there's that handoff you were talking about, but it went for a big nowhere. Handed off to Cosmo Girl and brought down by Skite and Slade.
Yeah, that just looked like an unfortunate stumble.
Okay. So the Falcons brought in number 1, Dion Trey Major. And now have 9 players back on the
Down,
field.
set, hike.
Good blocks.
Very good blocks. He's got all day. Unfortunately, the coverage is tight. He throws a bullet right into the open field, and that was anybody's ball. Bringing up 4th and 13.
Probably gonna have to punt it here, but I don't really. I mean, it's 4th and 13, so obviously you have to punt it, but it doesn't look like they're having much success stopping that offense.
No, but when you can't get anything going on your own offense, really your defense is your only hope.
Down, set, hike.
Really good punt.
Uh-oh, and there's a dead ball penalty. And that was an extremely good punt. If that would have stood, that would be at the 5-yard line, and instead it's a false start on the Falcons and a re-kick.
Ouch, that hurts.
It does. that would have been the Warriors' worst field position of the game. They would have had driven 95 yards to score the touchdown, and instead Falcons have to re-kick it. Maybe his aim is still good and gets another good kick like that. It's only 5 yards back, so with that very same kick, pin him down on the 10-yard line.
Down.
Kicked it right left time. This time looking left. He does kick it left.
Another really good kick.
It is. It looks like it's going to stop right. Oh! Trickles into the end zone. Yeah. The thing is with
need line change. Need line change on the defense.
With the punt, and I've noticed this, is that when you
don't need to know your D line, just your line.
After the punt, when the ball hits the ground, it always bounces to the right.
I've noticed that as well. It's kind of the same whenever you throw the ball. Like, it just kind of always takes that right bounce.
Mm-hmm. And so kicking it to the left, a corner kick to the left, is very difficult to do because of the way it bounces back to the right. Gucci under a lot of pressure, yeah. But he's got some receivers short. That looked like it bounced right off of him.
Yeah, and that was, again, just good read by the Warriors receivers. I mean, they're always putting themselves in position where their quarterback can throw to if he's under pressure.
Just couldn't connect on that one.
Down, set, hike.
Warriors in the 5 receiver set. Got some blocks this time. Not a lot of pressure, but there is another dead ball penalty. This game has been plagued by penalties. Seems like from the beginning.
Yeah, I think that's to be expected too. With the Falcons have all rookies and they're a really new team, like coming together. And the Warriors just kind of are coming together too. They had a pretty big roster change after CFL season 2.
I'm curious.
I can't get the thing to res here, ref.
Ball's in play. The refs on. Warriors don't have to wait for him to get ready, but they're nice enough to. Not very much pressure coming in, so Gucci decides to keep it. Makes a nice little run. About a 24-yard pickup.
It was a huge run.
And that time, the Falcons only sent 3 defenders after him, and they all got blocked.
Down, set, hike.
He had all day long to choose whether to keep it or to throw it. And again, they're getting the outside blocked well, so he can just run it.
Looks like he's getting forced back this time. Oh.
And he just throws it away.
And that was a good throw. I mean, with the new intentional grounding rule, as long as you get it across that line of scrimmage, you're okay. And he threw it under pressure across that line of scrimmage.
Smart when you see that.
Down, set, hike.
Gucci takes a snap. Doesn't get all the defenders blocked, but gets plenty of space to the right. No receivers open, so he's just going to take it. And another big run, a huge run, weaving in and out of the defenders. Finally brought down after 31 yards by Castagear, resident Castagear.
Yeah, that's just good on Gooch seeing those, those outside pockets and just taking advantage. He sees that the corners are dropping back too far, and he's taking advantage of it every time.
Now that time for sure, they didn't wait for the defense to get set up. Now I didn't have my camera on the play clock, but they have to give them at least 10 seconds.
Yeah, that 10 seconds seems to go by really fast, though.
It does. It really does, because it happens just as soon as that next play is over.
Right. I know whenever we were playing you guys, I was trying to really
Down,
rush,
set, hike.
and it seemed like the second the ball's rezzed, 10 seconds was gone.
Yeah.
So they might need to make that 15 seconds. I mean, there might be something to think about, because, like, literally the second the ball's rezzed, I could hike the ball.
And on that last touchdown play, Gucci threw the football to Sikakiri, and Sik made a 30-yard touchdown play on that. The score is now 42-0 Warriors.
Down.
1 minute,
set,
50 seconds left in the second quarter. So this half is almost gone. And finally, this is actually the second return that we're going to see. That time picked up by Baldev, making some move in the backyard and barely gets out to the 20-yard line, but a decent run back.
Yeah, I mean, Baldev sees the pockets really well. You can tell he's played quarterback for a long time.
Line change. Line change.
He doesn't want that penalty now, so he's
Okay,
Baldev.
really like this booth that they have set up, the Sports Grid booth.
Yeah, I think this was, I'm not sure, but I think it might have been made by Baldev. I'm not positive on that, but yeah, it looks great.
Down.
Oh.
Set, hike.
Missing the
I'm
play.
looking for facing right there. Receiver was kind of facing the wrong way, but that doesn't seem like they noticed.
Oh, throws into traffic again. This time it was Sikakiri who made the interception. Intended receiver was Bree. She made the stop. I almost missed that play while I was...
Yeah, I mean, the Warriors are really impressing me with that offense. I mean, aside from the penalties, but I mean, they're producing every drive.
Rastic throws a flag here.
And I don't think the Warriors have turned over once.
No. No, they've been methodical. Scored on every drive. A nice mix of running and passing. Really has the Falcons on their heels today. Not sure what this penalty is. So it's a dead ball, so it's either a false start.
Was offsides on the right linebacker. Wasn't supposed to be dead ball. I apologize. Supposed to allow that play to play out. Offsides, right side linebacker.
So it wasn't a dead ball penalty after all. It was a encroachment or offsides defense. Not that the Warriors need the 5 yards, but it's always welcome.
They'll take it.
Gucci takes a snap, drops back, got good blocking. Oh, throws to a wide open receiver.
Looks like it was just over him just a little bit.
Yep, just a smidgen. I
That
believe.
Warriors offensive line is beasting it tonight. They're really, I mean, they're picking up almost every block, every play. I see all three of them tied up.
Down, set.
To you, Wilder, not, but I'm seeing 4 back there blocking for him. Oh, and another wide open receiver. This one time, Brandon Schilling steps out right after he catches the ball. 30-yard pickup. That was pretty. That was pretty pass and catch.
Down, set.
Brandon didn't step out of bounds. That would have been a touchdown. This time, outside linebacker's getting a little bit of pressure, causing the overthrow. And Grevin, I think that's what the Warriors need to keep doing, is getting that pressure. And that's the only way they're going to cause any mistakes.
Yeah, I really like to see that pressure.
Down, set, hike.
Looks like that OLB got blocked. He saw it.
Yeah. Oh, but they have a spy who overstepped him, and he decided to sneak up for a 7-yard scamper,
Timeout, Warriors.
bringing them deeper and deeper into the Warriors call the timeout. 45 seconds remaining. So it is now. They go ahead.
I think Gooch just really just wants to get that one-on-one on the outside, and I think he can always he feels like he can always beat him. So he looks for that OLB to get blocked, and then he just takes the one-on-one.
Yep. And he's real good about if he feels the pressure outside. Oh, goodness, that was almost trouble. Threw it short, hit the ground. Javi was right there to almost make the play on the ball.
4th and 3. They're going for it.
But you notice if the outside linebackers get good containment outside, he'll just take a step up in the pocket and kind of leave him behind.
Exactly, yeah. So the OLBs really have to start playing containment instead of, trying to solo tackle Gooch. He's got that footwork.
Uh-oh. Trying to figure out how to do.
Right side linebacker is pushing up over the line.
Like again with the outside linebacker pushing up too far.
The thing is, they can still get a first down here. We're looking at 3rd and 2, not 3rd and goal.
Something interesting I'm starting to notice about the Falcons defense, it looks like they're playing man-to-man coverage, which is not something you usually see in this league.
Especially against a quarterback that can... Uh-oh, nice little screen pass to the outside to Cal Quan. Touchdown. Yeah, if you're doing man-to-man against the 5 wide receiver set and then sending everybody else for pressure, the more time he gets in the back of the pocket, the more time they have to make a cut and to get separation.
Exactly.
Down, set, hike.
I mean, you would think that they almost don't want to send any pressure and just have 3 people spying. Then they could do a man-to-man with maybe a robber over top.
Yeah, but that's the adaptation you would expect to see, because it looks like, the pressure's just not able to contain once they push past that line.
Mm-hmm.
So, anytime they push past that line and he breaks free, it's, 20, 30 yards, especially with them playing man-on-man instead of zone. So the cornerbacks are dropping with their man every play.
The score is now 48-0.
Down, set, hike.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I missed it.
Now what? Now what? Oh, and they get it. They get it. There's no flag on the play. I don't see any flag.
Surely.
That would be for sure. Yeah, that would be for sure offsides on the offense. There's the flag.
That was beyond offsides.
It wasn't any problem with the ball. He just flat missed it.
Have to mark off the offsides on that, guys.
But that happens.
5 yards.
Looks like they were going for the onside kick there.
It does. It does. And why? Why would they? I mean, I know
Well,
they...
it looks like they probably have 37 seconds left in the half. They figured might as well try and score one last time. It looks like they're going for that, that second round bye in the tournament. They're trying to compete with I think it's the Panthers. They need to at least get, 120 points to be able to get that second round bye.
If it was me, I mean, then this is just me. I wouldn't want it. I would want to play. I mean,
exactly.
Down,
Personally, I'm glad we got you guys first round, and that really challenged us, and we're gonna have to play next round. I want to play more. I want to play football. That's what it's about. I mean, winning the tournament's great, but
Yeah, having 2 weeks off or 3 weeks off, how long it's going to take for him to get to the third round. Yeah, that's just no fun. That's why we scrimmage if we can 4 times a week.
yeah, exactly.
You know, just because we love it. I mean, team practice is for sure valuable,
Down.
but
Set. Hike.
I love to play and compete.
Nice little opening.
Yeah, and a good eye by seeing it, and he is off. Big 12-yard pickup, but the clock is running. Only 19 seconds left. You need to call a timeout or something.
So did the Falcons kick off first, or did the Warriors?
The Falcons kicked first. 3 seconds left. 1 second left. I don't know if they just weren't paying attention to the clock or was just happy to.
All right, we're going to take a 5-minute halftime.
5-minute break for the players to restart their browser, bathroom
Yeah,
break, get a coffee.
It was a great first half for the Warriors. I mean, if they are trying to go for that second round bye, I think they'll need to produce a little bit better second half. But I mean, so far they've got this game, I think, pretty much in the bag.
Yeah, every offensive possession they're able to march down the field and score. I think though they need to score a little bit quicker if they're going to get that deficit for the second round bye. More pick sixes would be the way to get scores quicker. Baldev though,
Right.
he's getting a little weary of throwing the ball now and is running it more and more effectively.
Yeah,
So
that secondary with the Warriors is pretty scary. They have a lot of veteran players, a lot of really great players. They got Bichel, Nathan, Gooch. They've got a pretty great lineup there.
yeah, no deficit of talent. I mean, and their offensive line is incredible, led by Katia Wilder, who is not only a beast on offense, hard to get past in her blocking, but is an outside linebacker to be reckoned with.
Yeah, and I've seen some glimpses of hope from the Falcons. I mean, for a team that is, basically all rookies except for I think Baldev and maybe Kazi and Bree, I think I see little glimmers of hope. Like I see, some great things, but they just kind of have to tie it all together. I think as the season goes on, they will.
Yeah, and that's what I tell my guys. Hey, it's a long season. The tournament win would have been nice, but it's going to be a long season. So there's plenty of time to get the bugs worked out, get all the roster adjustments just right. And even for some of these teams to bring in more players. And that's been an ongoing issue. That's why we didn't have 14 teams in the tournament. We only had 12 because some of these teams are still looking to get their rosters.
Yeah, and some picked up rosters at the very last minute. Like I think the Cowboys finally got a roster going, and that happened like just before the tournament started, so they weren't able to compete. But it's good to see the teams coming together and getting full rosters.
I think though still more could be done. I mean, there's
Oh yeah, absolutely.
there's a million or more active users in SL, and that's not counting all the alts and all the people who don't sign in. So there's
Yeah, like I think 6 of our players did not play football until I brought them in, and I think once you show people like what this system can do and how fun the competition is, I think you could draw a lot of people into this league. And it really is just outreach, just going out and introducing people to the system.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, also, there's some simple advertising I think that's just being missed. I'm not criticizing the league, but this hasn't happened in in football history that I know of that the sports tab in the search has been utilized. I mean, it's always empty, and it's just a matter of making an open house. Maybe the teams could have their open houses and just advertise in the sports search area, daily.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I think, the teams having their own little outreach and open houses would be a great way to introduce people.
But we're making the right steps. We're streaming it. We're making awareness. And any new friends I make, hey, what do you do in SL? Well, I play football.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of question marks. Football, they have that in SL, or how does that even work? And so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever Zev from the Falcons actually got me involved in football, and I knew him from another community in Second Life, and I kind of laughed at first, thinking that how good can football in Second Life really be? And then here I am, like playing it 4 months later, going
hooked.
Crazy about
it.
Yeah,
not just playing it, but hooked. I know I'm hooked.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for years now, and yeah, I mean, it's a big part of my day. It's just such a wonderful thing, and what I think that they need to focus on is not only the actual game itself, which the mechanics are great for for what it is, but it's also a great place to make friends, and the real family atmosphere of these teams is one of the main reasons that people stay around and keep playing it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you're right. I think this first season, the inaugural season of UFL, I think it's being done right. I mean, it's kind of setting up the foundation for what I think I think this could really blow up. I mean, it's being run perfectly, right. The owners own the league. It gives it a lot of resilience. It gives it like that organic growth. So I think we'll see some big things going on in the next season.
Take the field.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Warriors, we're good.
Looks like they're gonna be getting back to it here shortly. So if you're just joining us, it is halftime. 49-0 Warriors are beating the Falcons. And the third quarter is just about to start. The Warriors have been putting on methodical scoring drives on each possession of the ball. Thus the score, and the Falcons have been struggling.
Repull your formation, ball dev. It's got you in the wrong animation. Just repull it.
They got that kickoff bug.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it works, even though you're in the quarterback pose. Sometimes it doesn't. Plus,
I haven't really tried it on the new field. Like, this is an updated field, but I remember on the last version, sometimes it would actually hike the ball and you'd kick it kind of like a punt. Sometimes if it did that.
Really? And it's odd. I don't know if you've noticed this, and this is a bug that has to be worked out.
We're going to put the ball in play.
Is that if the holder on a field goal snaps it,
they actually kick it instead of throwing it.
Right. But if it's an extra point and the holder snaps it, he can throw it like it was a quarterback. So there's somewhere a bug in the scripting with the differentiation of field goal versus extra point, because an extra point, the holder can snap it and throw it just like it was a quarterback, but can't.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, but can't do that if it's a field goal.
Raston has left the building.
Yeah, there are a lot of these bugs. I mean, and this goes out to anybody watching the stream, if you notice any bugs with this field, I mean, definitely hit Trey up. I mean,
Alright, guys,
a lot
so
of these
let's go off
bugs
the
he's not
field
even
real
aware of.
quick.
Like, there's some that I've talked to him about, and he was like, "Really? I didn't even know about that." And you know, he'll fix them if he knows about them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, I wouldn't necessarily promote contacting Trey about it,
Down, set, hike.
but definitely the league that send it up to your owner, and your owner should pass it on into a
sure,
league
yeah,
meeting.
That'd
Yeah,
probably be better. That'd
Yeah.
probably be better. But there's a he's definitely forthcoming about fixing those kind of things. So
oh, absolutely.
maybe definitely let your owner know,
Or if you have a relationship with Trey, he's a really
Absolutely.
nice guy. He is for sure. But
Down, set, hike.
I think in the past he got inundated.
sure, yeah, that's true.
Gucci takes a snap, boosts to the left, then takes it to the right. He's got some pressure, but not enough. He throws it. Oh, and a great move by Brandon Schilling to come back for it and catch it in traffic. Javier making the stop. And
Yeah,
That
that was a great catch. It looked like he caught it at the literal highest point of the arc.
Down,
That was a
set,
great
hike.
catch.
Gucci takes a snap, moves to his left. He's got 3 wide receivers left. He's got a guy open to the outside. Sikakiri finally brought down by Baldev after a 27-yard pickup and another big pass and catch by this Warriors offense.
Yeah, it looks like he's just picking apart on those corners now. If the corners don't
Yeah,
shift
sit,
outside,
hike.
he's just throwing it.
That time, the left side corner just kind of stood there after the throw and looked like he's going to pay for it. Oh, no! Cosmo Girl with the interception. A massive bad read by the receiver and allowing the safety.
Huge play.
Yeah.
Huge play by Kazi.
Yeah. Finally, the Falcons defense showing some life. Giving them the ball back with decent field position, 23-yard line.
Maybe Baldev gave one of his famous inspirational speeches at halftime.
Yeah. And judging by his, I've never really had a one-on-one conversation with Baldev, not in voice, but judging by his cadence, he can get, I'm sure, pretty colorful when it comes to
Down, set, hike.
inspiring his team. Handoff to the right. She almost breaks through, but Katia Wilder was there for
Yeah,
the stop.
I was actually on the Falcons for 2 weeks whenever I first started football, and he's great at inspiring. You know, he's got a lot of charisma, and it was a fun time.
Yeah, he seems like a generally fun guy to be around. So any would-be players looking for a team today, Baldev might be an answer for you.
Down, set, hike.
That's Baldev1 resident. Y'all need to contact him in World. Takes a snap, moves out to his right, throws it over the middle. There's traffic
Good.
there, but she comes back for it. Bree with the catch and a big 22-yard pickup, and I believe that's the best pass play that I've seen out of the Falcons today.
That was great to see. Yeah, she reacted perfectly to the ball. He threw it perfect to her, and they connected. I mean, it looks like the Falcons look a little bit different than the first half. They're definitely connecting.
Looking alive, yes. And
That
for
just goes to show the heart of this team. I mean,
Down, set, hike.
I'm sure no matter what happens in the score, Valdez going to be proud of his guys. This time he throws it, a ill-advised short pass, and Brandon Schilling comes up with his 3rd interception of the game.
yeah, it didn't look like there was any hope for anybody to catch that right there.
Mm-mm. No, best bet in that situation would have been either to keep it or throw it away.
Down, set, hike.
But that's what that pressure can do to you. I mean, sometimes you make those snap bad judgments.
Oh, Gucci with some room. It looks like the pressure closed up. He throws a bullet to Nathan Ford right over the middle for another 27-yard gain. Warriors, undeterred by that last interception, goes back to the air and was rewarded.
Down, set, hike.
Gucci takes a step to the left. He has some pressure to the left, so he moves back to the right. Falcons getting a little bit more pressure, but he finds an open receiver anyway. Brandon Schilling again, finally brought down by Javier, pick up 15-yard. Bringing in 1st and goal on the 2-yard line.
Down, set, hike.
Now, usually you would see a run, and we do. Gucci just takes it, takes the opening right up the middle, scores another touchdown. Bringing the score to 55-0. Warriors seemingly unstoppable.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. I mean, I see these glimmers of hope from the Falcons. I mean, if they can do it sometimes, they could do it every time. They just really have
Down.
to,
Set hike.
get that going.
And they'll get it. And as you were saying, they're rookies, and it's all about getting the feel of what the guy next to you is doing and how to work together in a group. Communication, all those things are things that just don't happen overnight. It takes time
Down. Set hike.
and understanding. And again, they have almost 6 weeks until the season starts. They're going to let this roll out. So they've got time to iron out the kinks in the.
I mean, if anything, it looks like the Falcons have slowed the Warriors down a lot this quarter. I mean, they've had 2 drives and they only scored on that one, and it took them a little bit. So.
Down. Set. Hike.
Baldev takes a snap, hands it off to the right to Brianna, and she throws it. Oh, and a great pass and catch caught by Cosmo Girl.
I really like that play, and it looks like, I mean, breathed through it perfect, and
She
Cosby
did.
reacted to it.
She did. To the Warriors' benefit, though, to the Warriors, they didn't bite really on the run. They kept their defensive back. So instead of a touchdown play, which that could have easily been if the
Down.
safety got sucked
Set.
in,
Hike.
only 12 yards. Now as a handoff again, looks like it's going to be another pass. She drops straight back. Oh, but I see a
Potentially interception there, almost. I mean,
facing penalty. Oh no. Now for those of y'all that are watching, facing happens whenever you grab your avatar, and in the case of a wide receiver, you move your camera back so that your camera is in better position. Now I want to show those of you that are watching that don't know this how to quickly alleviate that, and this is in Firestorm only. And I'll do it after
yes,
this play.
That's a great setting. Everybody should use it. I've just recently told like 4 people on my team how to do that. So very, very useful.
And after this play, I'll show it
Set.
the viewers.
Hike.
Baldev takes the snap, drops straight back. Got some pressure from the right side of the line, so he boots left. He's got some open look. He throws it into coverage, but picked up by Cosmo Girl. Another catch.
Ozzy.
Yeah.
Ozzy's really making an impact this game. I mean, I don't know if Baldev sees it, but maybe that's his new star receiver.
So you go into your preference, move in view, and in the Firestorm, the very top box says clicking your avatar keeps camera position. You want to make sure these top 3 are checked. Hit apply and OK.
Set. Hike.
It's going to be a facing penalty, I think.
Baldev takes a snap, and it is.
That same receiver on the outside, it looks like Tay.
So if you have all these 3 clicked, then you can click on your avatar, and now this is only in Firestorm. You can click on your avatar and move your camera without moving your avatar before snap.
It's this right side receiver.
Paul Sinho, number 88. It's the one with the facing issues.
He's still, there he goes. Okay.
Yeah. And if you don't have those settings, if you're using another viewer, say the SL viewer,
Down.
you don't
Set. Hike.
you don't get that. And a lot of players. Baldev throws to his right. Oh, and connects again to
Another
Bree.
good read by Bree. Great read.
So they're finding.
I'm noticing like Baldev's not really getting sacked much this game, and I mean, that's good credit to him. He's getting the ball away right before he gets hit every time.
Mm-hmm. And his blockers are doing a real good job on the defensive linemen. It's the outside linebackers that are getting the pressure.
Down, set, hike.
Baldev takes a snap, rolls to his left, gets outside of the outside linebackers. He's got plenty of room. He's got a receiver deep, and catches it. That's Cosmo Girl.
I think Baldev's figured out how to run this offense.
Yeah, I
He's
think
just
so.
Connecting repeatedly. I mean, they're marching down the field on the Warriors. This is
Bree
good to see.
Cosmo Girl, they're really stepping up. Now let's just see if they can finish. They're in the red zone for the first time this game. 1st and 10 on the 11.
Right. Down, set, hike.
Baldev takes a snap, rolls to his right. He's looking to keep it. Rushes it right up the middle for a 5-yard gain. Bringing up 2nd and 6, 4-yard gain, excuse me. Finally brought down by Sikakiri in the middle of the field there. So the Warriors in danger of having their shutout stopped by Baldev and the Falcons. This is exciting.
I'm very excited. I really do hope they can convert here. I think it's the breath of fresh air that the Falcons really need.
Down, set, hike.
Takes a snap, fakes the handoff right, drops back, rolls right. Doesn't have very many open receivers, throws it towards the middle. Oh, and coming back for it is Cosmo Girl with the 6-yard touchdown play. Very, very pretty play.
Yeah, that was just, I mean, that was a great throw, and Kazi was right there, wide open. And I gotta say, I didn't expect the Falcons to come out this strong after the half.
And like you said, if they can do it once, they can do it again. And it shows that they definitely have the potential. Uh-oh.
Oh, down, set, hike.
And a blocked kick. No cadence.
It looks like there was a little bit of a miscommunication there on the
And I'm not sure, but this might be a declinable penalty. I'd probably, if I was the Warriors, decline that.
Yeah, I think Baldev just got a little too excited there.
We're just gonna talk and clarify this rule real quick.
And I've seen this again and again. And you know, a lot of times you see, even on kickoffs, the players will snap the ball, then do the cadence, and then kick it.
Yeah, that used to be a bad habit that I did on kickoffs. You know, I would snap the ball and
that's
then
going
do
to
the
be called a
cadence,
cadence.
which it is legal, but it is
5 yards.
Probably bad practice to get in the
Re-kick.
habit of doing that. Because the new rule is that once the meter is set, the defense can run up.
Clarify a rule
So
real quick.
you want to do the cadence right as you kick the ball.
So
Unlike the kickoff,
you're telling me that
nobody can move until the kicker has kicked the ball. On the extra point ball, once you snap that ball, they can come across that line.
Yeah, they're clarifying that right now. In the CFL, if you were on the offense on a kickoff, for example, and you set the meter, the other team could not move until the ball was kicked.
Snap that ball.
So the rule now is once
they
you
can
set
come
that
across
meter,
that line.
regardless of your cadence,
So have
they
your
can
cadence
move.
ready,
So
kick ready,
so
that
they can
one off, we're gonna put it in play.
snap it and do in the cadence, but right after they snap it, the defense can run up and
exactly.
Make a ruckus, kick it for them.
Exactly. Yeah, they could jump in the way of it. You know, grab it out of the air.
And that wouldn't be an encroachment or offsides by the defense.
Hike.
Nope. From what I understand from the player rulebook, that's what I read anyway. I might be wrong on that, but from what I understand, the second the meter's set, the second the the opposed balls disappear, the defense can actually move. So that makes onside kicking really tough if you don't kick it the second you hike it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that could definitely affect onside kicks more than anything else. And because
Down,
here it is,
set, hike.
a number
It's like
88
right there,
move.
He hiked it pretty early, and he could have I mean, they could have run up.
Gucci receives the kick. He's dancing around in the backfield, but finally gets brought down by
That was a good stop
Bree.
by the Falcons.
And now the Warriors are taking over a 5 wide receiver set.
And I do see that Bree and Kazi are now playing
Down,
safety. It
set,
does
hike.
look like, you know, Baldev's recognizing their ability.
And the coverage is good this play. He's not finding a receiver so easy. He's got some underneath. Finally throws it. Incomplete.
You know, it looked like Kazi almost had that one there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good read.
They need to be careful. But it doesn't seem like the Warriors are running deep routes. They're just
Down, set, hike.
10-yard crossing routes. We have Brandon Schilling running deep on the right here, but he's got double coverage on him. So he throws it short to Brandon Schilling. Caught. 9-yard pickup.
Yeah, the Falcons are running a pretty good defense, it looks here. I mean, they might not be running that man coverage anymore.
Mm-mm. No, it looks much more like a
Down,
zone.
set, hike.
They're only sending 2, so they're sending everybody else into coverage, which is dangerous on the run here.
That was...
Yeah, he's going to pick up a big gain. Goes out of bounds for a first down after a 22-yard run out to the outside left. Another good run by Gucci.
It's a great play. I mean, they flood 3 or 4 deep, and I mean, your secondary has to take a
Down,
walk.
set,
They can't cover that run.
This time they send 4, but they get some good blocks. Gets open to the outside, so if he decides to take it here, and he does, and steps out of bounds for another first down and a 16-yard pickup.
Yeah, he's just really exploiting the miscommunication, it looks like, and you know, you expect that with a newer team. It does look like he's putting Kazi in at OLB now. So maybe Baldev's recognizing that gap where he swings out and just takes the outside every play.
Looks like they're having some technical difficulties with one of their linemen, their center. Is stuck. Blackheart. Taurus. Crashing. Something. Meanwhile, the clock is running. But only the play clock, because he went out of bounds on that last play. So, you send 2, cover all the receivers, and Gucci beats you for a 22-yard gain. You send 4, man-to-man,
Are you taking your
and then
timeout?
Gucci beats you for a 16-yard run. If you're the Warriors, what do you do to stop that? I mean, if you're the Falcons.
I think they have the right idea with how they're playing their OLBs, where they're pushing up and trying to cut the field in half in the backfield.
Mhm.
The problem
I have
is
to call
that
that a
their
timeout,
OLBs
Cal.
are getting blocked. So if you're gonna do that and you get blocked as the OLB, you give the play away. That's a first down almost every time, especially with the way. I mean, the Warriors are playing really smart with their receivers.
Right,
They
whenever
push the
y'all ready,
receivers
just let
out
us know.
deep, and then they get that one block on the OLB, and there's nobody to catch him. There's
Right.
no way to stop that.
Because all 4 rushers are coming straight in, and nobody's staying back at the line of scrimmage to spy.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's okay to do that as long as your OLB doesn't get blocked. So you do it for pressure to show face, but if you get blocked, I mean,
Because we're
that's
still
the
in
end
your
of the play.
timeout. It doesn't have to be
So
a
I
change
mean,
in
it's not
possession.
working
It's
for
your
him. Maybe they
timeout,
should
you
just
bring
keep
it
all
back.
4 kind of mirroring the QB. Maybe that would be a good adjustment to make.
And it looks like we're having a timeout. While they bring Blackheart back onto the field. But I'm only seeing 7 players, so I don't know if they had 2 players crash. No. There's something on the sideline. Looks like Steve Blackheart back in the field.
And that's kind of what's deadly about a QB like Gooch is if you play for contain, just playing the line, he's going to find the open man. He's got a good enough arm for that.
Mm-hmm.
If you rush him and you misstep at all and someone gets blocked, he's going to make you pay for that. So
Catch-22.
it is indeed. So I mean, the defense just has to put pressure on him enough to where he can't run it. He gets pushed back, but not overcommit.
Mhm.
And that's the key.
And the math works out. If you send 4, they only have 3 blockers, so somebody should come free. But you're covering man-to-man with the 5 remaining players in your defensive back set. So if you do allow them enough time and you're covering man-to-man, somebody's going to break open.
Right.
And at that point, it's just the skill and talent of your wide receivers and your quarterback to make that connection.
Down, set, hike.
They're obviously not playing man-to-man because they let Cal Quan or Nathan Forder run free to the outside for a
So you ran into a parked car, as you like to say.
yeah, and then he runs into a parked car, but still picks up the 4th down after a nice 18-yard pickup.
That was a good call by the Warriors to run that. They kind of saw that they switched to a zone and exploited
Down,
it.
set,
Gucci again running out to the right. He's got open field. Oh, and borrowing a hit like that, he still breaks through, makes a touchdown. Gucci for a 3-yard scamper. Falcons 7, Warriors 62, about to be 63 after this extra point.
Down sack.
It's a mechanical keyboard Gucci's got. You can tell by the loud clicking. Which nowadays, it pretty much takes a mechanical keyboard to successfully initiate and maintain a sprint.
Yeah. The sprint kills me sometimes.
It does, and it's a great feature. I'm pro sprint, but it's my feeling that the sprint should be the E button.
It would be amazing if it was like that.
Yeah, it'd be easy to press. You just gotta, any direction you're going, you just press it, and it just puts you into a sprint.
Down set hike.
But in the new 6.1 ball, Javier takes the kick, runs it out to his left. Oh, finally brought down by Nathan Forder. And this new 6.1 ball, the E button, which is also used to snap the ball and to hand the ball off,
I got a line change. I got a line change. 53 for 26.
now does
We got
a pump fake.
Okay.
Now I'm
I'm
not
not
sure.
if you've actually seen the animation, but we actually played the Eagles with that pump fake feature, and it's interesting. I'm not really sure how to use that properly, but it'll be interesting to see.
I think it's going to benefit more the
Down.
pocket
Set,
quarterbacks
hike.
than the running quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But we'll see. This time, the Warriors only sending 2, and then a tough zone on the outside. Oh, and a great pass and catch. This time to Cosmo Girl. Brandon Schilling with the stop.
And I mean, this is kind of how the Falcons worked whenever I played with them. We had some great receivers. We had Tom on the line. We had Snipe, me, and Zev. But I mean, Baldev likes to find that key receiver, and he will connect with them every play. He's really good at that. As long as he could stay alive long enough to do it.
Mm-hmm. And he's got Cosmo Girl warmed up. She's hot. She's making the catches.
Down. Set.
Uh-oh. And a dead ball penalty.
It looks like it might have been facing again on number 88. I'm not.
facing. You got to get that right side wide receiver turned around. He's got to be at least 90 degrees toward the ball. He's like this. Need to get that wide receiver around.
Okay. That was my understanding that facing was only whenever you're facing backwards, that you could face to the sides.
Well, he looks like he's facing almost backwards. Like he's facing kind of towards the quarterback. Hit it,
They just decided to take him out. They were like, well, we can't get him to do it right, so we'll put number 26 in here and see if we
And
can do it.
that's another reason why these tournaments are so great. You have unforeseen things that you need to work on that you wouldn't really pick up on in practice. So.
Mhm.
Down, set, hike.
Baldev takes a snap, drops back. Warriors only sending the outside linebackers. With a spy. Got some open room for a look, but inevitably throws it incomplete. 2nd and 15 on the 38-yard line. Interesting tactics by the Warriors, only sending 2 and then dropping everybody else back into coverage.
I think they're starting to get worried about that.
Yep.
That connection between Kazi and Breen and
Down,
Baldev, it seems
set,
like.
hike.
That takes a snap. Only the outside linebackers blitz again. Looks like he's getting some pressure, but he gets the ball off. Throws it over the middle. Oh! Gets picked off by Gucci Louis Prada. Brought down by Javier, who is the intended receiver. And this drive ends up in a turnover.
Down, set.
Gucci sparing no time. Doesn't allow them to get set up, and it pays off. A wide receiver wide open. Nathan Forder.
Yeah, that was just, I mean, that's just good tactics from the Warriors. I mean, they see a weakness and that the Falcons are taking time setting up and they just go.
And they do. And they don't have to. They don't have to wait. So, you know, that's on the Falcons there. Sekakiri is their kicker.
Down, set, hike.
Sick takes the snap, kicks it right down the middle. 70-7. Warriors. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. Well, their drive started good, but they got some pressure on him. He threw it out of a stumble.
I mean, that was just really good adjustment by, I think, the Warriors. I think they picked that up.
Cosmo Girl gets out in front of her blockers. Picks up 17 yards. Decent field position for the Falcons on their own 31-yard line. 1st and 10.
You know, if I'm Baldev here, I mean, I'll be looking for Kazi and Bree. I feel like if he just throws it to them, they stand a pretty good chance of moving this ball down the field.
He's got a wide receiver wide open on the right. Doesn't see him, though.
Big sack.
Uppity white girl with the tackle and a 12-yard loss for a sack. Number 49 was wide open. Now he hasn't been in the game, so maybe he just didn't trust that he would make a catch. But he was uncovered out there on the right.
Down, set, hike.
Drops back, got some pressure, steps up. Got some running room if he decides to keep it, but he throws it. Ill-advised. Well, actually, the guy was open, but he couldn't make the adjustment, make the catch. The Warriors pick it off. Gucci Louis Prada for his 3rd interception. This time brings it back for a touchdown. Score is going to be 77-7. Warriors over the Falcons. I think now he's just rushing it.
Set, hike.
Yeah, I think so. And I feel like he's not trying to connect with those 2 receivers that have been really coming up big for him. I mean, I realize he's probably looking at this as like practice. You know, he wants to give everybody the opportunity to get the ball, and that's good too. But you know, from where I sit, I think I'd be going to those tools that seem to be working best.
And even mixing in a run.
Down,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
set, hike.
I mean, those handoffs that he was doing to Bree, where she was throwing the ball, seemed to be working pretty well too.
A short kick. Picked up by Cosmo Girl, and she maneuvers around.
Pretty good run by Kazi there.
Yeah, 18-yard pickup. Giving the Falcons very good field position. I think their best starting field position so far.
Be interesting to see how they play this offense now.
Down, set, hike.
Handoff. Pass. Oh, interception. Sikakiri gets in front of that.
Just a tad bit underthrown, but other than that, I mean, it was looking pretty good.
It was.
Down, set, hike.
Again, they're not waiting. They got, wide open on the left again. Sikakiri makes the catch this time.
Seems to be their answer every time is they hike that ball fast and throw it to that corner. I mean, it's working for them. Why not?
Down, set, hike.
Takes a snap. Goes to the right. This time it's covered that outside guy. So he throws it to the left. Two wide open receivers. Perfect pass. Perfect catch. Nathan Forder scores a 36-yard touchdown play. 83-7 Warriors. And it just seems like there's no stopping. The Warriors.
Down, set, hike.
Looked like
Now-
some of the Falcons players were offsides there, but I wonder if they're actually going to call it or not because
Now,
probably declined.
my understanding is that the mercy rule is in effect where the clock would continue running without stoppages.
Well, actually, from what I understand, the mercy rule is not actually in effect, at least during the first round of the tournament, because of that, whoever gets the highest points gets the second round bye. So they haven't actually been using that mercy rule at all.
So it's selective. So
Down, set, hike.
selective use of the rules.
Right. It seems like that one might have been changed just because of the way the seeding is working during the tournament.
I was uninformed about that.
Yeah, I
course.
thought it was in effect too, and I think I asked Razdan about it. He advised me that that's how it's working.
Okay.
But either way, I'm not a big fan of the mercy rule myself. I think even if you're losing, it's better to play the full game.
Sure.
You get more out of it. Or maybe it should be an elective.
Down, set, hike.
Oh, surrounded by Warriors. Throws it up. Ha ha. Javier makes an immaculate catch.
Yeah, that was really nice. I mean, Javier has some hands on him sometimes. He can really produce.
Well, he did right there for a 25-yard pickup. It was a very, very good pass, but it was an even better catch. And
Yeah, and the ball dev was under a lot of pressure there too. I don't think he got a single block that play.
Nope, they were closing in.
Down, set, hike.
Boldev takes a snap, drops straight back. He's being pursued. Oh, he's got players deep over the top, but Cosmo Girl, 27-yard catch. Wow.
That was impressive because I mean that was triple coverage. I think they had two receivers there, and somehow Kazi came up with it.
Yes, and the pressure that the Warriors were putting on Baldev there. Woo! Good stuff. Now they're in the red zone for the second time this game. The first time they were able to score. Number 49 here, not sure where he's going. Finally gets on the ball.
Set, hike.
Baldev takes a snap, rolls out to his left. He's got some space if he decides to run it, and he does. Gets enough for the first down.
And that was just a really good decision on Baldev's part. I mean, he managed to pick up, it looks like, 10 or 11 there.
Mm-hmm. Keeping the drive alive in the red zone. Now it is 1st and goal on the 6-yard line. 3 minutes, 34 seconds left in the game.
I mean, this is really showing the potential of this Falcons team. I mean, if they can, I mean, the Warriors are a very good team. So if they can produce against the Warriors, I think we're going to see some great things.
Baldev decides to keep it again, but this time, Cal Quan was right there in the mix. Says no and stops him for a loss of 1. Clock is still running. 3 minutes left. Plenty of time. 2nd and goal on the 8-yard line. Baldev getting the play out. Baldev takes a snap, rolls to his right. This time there's someone there, moves up, steps up in the pocket, gets close. The 4-yard line. Finally brought down by Gucci Louis Prada for a pickup of 4 yards. Bringing up 3rd and 4. And I'm sure we're not going to see a field goal if they make it to 4th down.
Yeah, I think they have to go for it. I mean, they're so far down that it just...
Playing for pride at this point.
Exactly.
Two-minute warning hits.
Down, set, hike.
Baldev takes a snap, rolls out to his right. That cornerback comes in. And finally stopped by Sikakiri. As he rolled to the right side cornerback saw that, stepped in, and stumbled him.
They're doing a lot of line containment here, so I think Baldev should adjust to that and maybe throw it. Because it looks like he has a lot of receivers to throw to.
Mm-hmm. And the Warriors right now are concerned with the run because he hasn't thrown it in the end zone yet. But it is now 4th and 5, so he's got to do something. He hands it off. Uppity White Girl, she's got some space to find an open receiver. Oh!
Just barely mistimed that, it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like the intended receiver was Kazi there.
Valiant effort by the Falcons, but ends up in a turnover on downs, giving the Warriors abysmal field position. Let's see if they can march it down and continue their streak. He's got all the time in the world if he wants to run it, but instead he finds a receiver coming across right over the middle. Sikakiri. Big pickup for 28. And the Warriors are going to take a timeout, stop the clock, continue this drive, which they're not going to score enough points to get into that second round bye. So now it's just them wanting to.
I thought y'all called a timeout.
We're good now. We're ready. Down, set, hike.
Ball got put back into play almost immediately. Baldev questioning whether the timeout was thrown short, picked up, gone out of bounds. Nathan Porter, smart play for an 11-yard pickup and a first down.
Yeah, that's just very intelligent, stepping out of bounds.
Down, set, hike.
Gucci still in at quarterback, takes a snap, rolls out to the right. Open to the left, which that closes up, and over the middle, wide open, is Calvin Quan. 56-yard touchdown play with 34 seconds left in the game.
I think we'll likely see a onside kick attempt here.
You think?
I'm 99% sure that had to be what what they're thinking right now. It's it's their only chance to try and drive up a little bit more points, but like you said,
Something's wrong with the close ball.
they would have to score, I think, 4 touchdowns to even for it to make a difference.
Ball's been put in play. Defense having some trouble bringing up the pose ball. Yeah, it is a little bit, they have to score 50 points in the next 34 seconds. So.
Is it not giving you the formation ball?
No, it's not. It's not.
Well, Dev's showing a little bit of frustration here. Not with his team, though, but with the field.
Can you not see it, or is it just not giving you the menu?
All right, it's not doing it. Hold on.
It's just not pulling up the pose balls. It gives the menu and the formation. It's just not pulling up the formation on the field.
Now, Bree is in local.
Formation.
Oh, they're rezzing field goal instead of field goal block. But Bree should not be in local voice right there. She is not a captain.
Yeah, that's true.
But the refs deciding to be lenient here at the end of the game. Generally, if they were sticklers, and that kick right down the middle, if they were sticklers, though, that would have been a 15-yard penalty, and Bree would have had to sit out until the change of possession.
Yeah, there's been a lot of leniency in this tournament, it seems. I mean, they acknowledge the penalties, but a lot of times they're just giving, heads up. Because there's some new rules, and, this tournament's really just about getting the teams ready for the season.
Right, the Warriors with only 8 players on the field. Kick the ball with just a set hike. Another leniency on the part of the referees. And
it looks like Kazi just misadjusted to that ball and missed it. Bounced over the special teams there.
So, with 25 seconds left and 80 yards to go.
Down, sit, high.
Let's see how the Falcons, outside pressure, makes a good move to get open. Throws the ball complete right over the middle to Cosmo Girl, finally brought down by Skite and Slade, and they need to hurry up and cause a timeout.
They did call the timeout, but it doesn't. Took them a couple seconds, so hopefully they put that back on the clock. Yeah, it looks like they're going for it.
Yeah, 7 seconds left.
That 91-14 looks a lot better than 91-7. That's got to be what they're thinking.
Even 91-0. I mean, yeah. Good job on the Falcons' part. I mean.
All right, we're ready.
Oh, wait. It is still 91. It's 91-7 now.
Sit,
I get you.
high.
Sorry about that. Sometimes I can be a little dense. Oh, and caught from behind. I don't think he even saw that. And that is the game, ladies and gentlemen. Calvin Kwan with the sack.
Good game. Good game.
Good game, everybody.
Yeah, having played the Falcons in scrims, they actually.
One of the things I hate
really
about reffing is I can't tell somebody when I see something, and Thumper, I don't think you had your run on tonight.
Like I said, I saw lots of glimmers of hope from that team, and even though
like
they
Thumper,
got beat, they got over by a very good team. And I expect them to do really good during the season. I think they'll be kind of a scary team as they, come together and improve.
Definitely shows a lot of potential. Probably not this season going to be one of the top tier, high scoring teams, but definitely going to be in the mix and get some wins this season.
They'll definitely be the underdog, but that's always fun.
I've been the underdog for so many seasons. It's unreal. Now we're going to do a interview with 2 of the Warriors players, I believe. Would you like to be the one to do the interview?
I would, but I think you're better suited for that job.
All right. I'll give it a shot here. I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic as soon as they get over here. mute my mic in TeamSpeak so we're not getting an echo.
Oh, okay. It looks like the Warriors want Nathan and Gucci to
Okay.
do the interview on only the winning team.